Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Firstly, may I put on the record the many emails and messages I've had from my constituents wishing to express their distress at the events in Afghanistan, not least in respect of women, girls and LGBT people, as well as their wish that Britain plays her full part in not just evacuating British citizens and Afghans who supported our work, but other Afghan refugees who had trusted Western nations in our promise of making the Taliban a part of their past and not their future. Bristol is a city of sanctuary and we stand ready to assist. Mr. Deputy Speaker, many urgent and worthy issues have been debated today, but I just want to focus on one point. Because I fear that recent events in Afghanistan could be the symbolic end of a period in which the UK has been able to exert influence in securing a cohesive Western approach to the world. The way in which the withdrawal from Afghanistan took place represented a United States primarily concerned about its own situation and failing to step up and play an important role in the world as a torchbearer of democracy and human rights pursuant to its status as a democratic superpower. It represented a NATO which was then hamstrung by the position of the United States and European nations, including our own, then incapable of changing course. Perhaps most importantly, for our purposes, in a post-Brexit world where the UK-US special relationship is at the heart of our assumed projection of power and influence, I'm left wondering what power and influence Britain alone actually has. For the many champions of democracy around the world, including in Taiwan, these events have already instilled a sense of unease about the willingness of the world's democracies to support each other when our way of life is being challenged and put at risk. The Taliban, celebrating their victory over the militarily superior nations these recent days, have been celebrating with China and Russia, who maintain their position in Afghanistan and form relationships with the Taliban. A collaborative and celebratory relationship between authoritarian nations against the free and liberal democracies of the world. Mr. Speaker, my heart goes out to the Afghan people, and as a member of this House, I feel collectively deeply sorry for the events that have unfolded. I too pay tribute to the many servicemen and women who have served. We all expect ministers to put significant energy now into our efforts in Afghanistan, on evacuation and asylum and on aid and international diplomacy. But so too do I expect ministers, not least our Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary, to wake up to Britain's quickly declining influence in the world and the risk that poses to our country. This can be turned around, but it will require a renewed effort and a statesman level of leadership befit of Britain's historic status in the world to do so. I sincerely hope this government has it in them.